Now on One, Morgan reads between the lines as she continues to probe into Gerald's past on Shortland Street.
Hey, Andrew Silverman, aren't they?
Ah, you know your shoes. I think shoes and bags say a lot about a person. They certainly do.
That was Dr. Freeman's CV.
I'm just trying to work out whether she'd make a good friend. So, what do you think, Libby? Should I take Dr. Warner up on his offer? I'm not sure.
Libby?
Sorry, I don't see why not. Then it's a yes.
Excellent.
Sorry for the delay. Our staff member will see you as soon as possible. I feel like I'm swimming in microbes.
That's flu season for you.
What are you doing here?
Have a guess.
You did a long shift yesterday. You need a break.
So do you.
Yeah, I'm not pregnant. Now, Colin can call me all he likes, but he shouldn't be pressuring you.
He's the boss, Craig. Don't waste your energy fighting him.
I just want him to do his job and call some temps in.
Yeah, and I wanted Hooters in the corridors. He said no, I have to live with that.
You sure you're okay? You look pale.
I just forgot to brush it this morning.
Could be getting the flu.
No way, too busy.
I'm keeping an eye on you.
Good luck with that. I'll be moving so fast, I'll be a blur.
Your appointments for this morning?
Great, about 3.5 minutes with each patient.
Same as yesterday.
Well, happy to get on with it.
Hi.
Hi.
We're still on for the ballet?
I wouldn't miss it.
I know it's short notice, but how are you fixed for tonight? I've got 2 box seats.
I'll clear my diary for that.
And what about a drink beforehand?
The Ivy?
I'll be there at 7.
Me too. And I'm warning you, I'm very punctual.
You're a fan of the ballet, are you?
I'm a fan of perfection, and the body of a male dancer certainly fits the bill.
So you go for men in tights, eh? I hope Chris knows what he's in for.
I go for lots of things, Kip. A man simply has to find out what those things are.
Not 4 days worth of Indian wedding, I know that much.
Well, you mustn't give up trying. Where's the fun in that?
Don't get your hopes up. Chris is tough competition.
I love a challenge.
I'm on a lunch break, you?
Not yet, sorry.
We haven't been synchronising very well lately. I've hardly seen you for days.
Not since my home movie screening. Look, I know what you thought of those bath time images, okay? But if you knew my parents, you'd know that they'd never do anything to hurt me.
No, I'm sure you're right.
Look, you're just saying that, but I really mean it. I have watched that DVD over and over, and I've thought and thought about it, and all I can remember is how much they cared for me and how they'd only want the best for me.
Well, it's awesome. Not everyone has such positive memories.
You know, I had a very busy dad, but he always made time for me. He never brushed me off once, and my mum, she made a career out of parenting.
You mean she never worked? Even when you were at school?
No, she never stopped working. She was a writer. All her books were about childhood.
What, like how-to manuals?
Hardly. She was a children's fiction writer.
Really? I'd love to write books for kids one day.
Well, some people think it's the easy option, but it's really not. You can't patronise, and my mother knew that. She never wrote down to children.
Did she have many books published?
Yeah, she's an extremely successful writer.
I can't think of a children's author called Tippett.
Well, she had a pen name, Lacey Maxwell.
You're kidding! I grew up in her work.
Well, she's my mother. And I have no doubt that she gave me the best childhood that anybody could have.
Wow, Lacey Maxwell. Why didn't you say?
When you're done here, could you check this one for me?
Another corridor case?
Yeah, Walter said last week, don't you know patients get better, faster, with no privacy and no proper bed? Hey, are you okay?
Yeah, just except for this teensy annoying headache.
We don't look so good. Maybe you're coming down with something.
No, I just pushed it too hard the last few days. What with the hens party, the dance, the wedding, the reception.
Yeah, it was pretty full on.
And working the rest of the time. So, how's life with the Kumars? Any more drives with Dipali?
Yeah, she wishes. Fortunately, her mum's holed up at our place for a couple of days while the newlyweds nip away. Saves me renting a guard dog.
Yeah, it must be tough being irresistible.
Well, I must be, because even old Brookie's given me the come-on.
No way!
Yeah! She told me to keep trying. Pity, though, she's slinging Chris Warner the same line.
Oh, he just asked her to go to the ballet. It's nothing more than a shared interest.
Well, isn't that how relationships start?
Friendships, maybe, but romance, no. Oh, opposites always attract.
Right, so she's cool, elegant, cultured. So what does that make me?
Bit of rough.
Oh, I wouldn't put it that way. You're physical, a risk taker and a rule breaker. That's what Brooke needs, not some suit-wearing nice guy.
You're serious, aren't you?
Brooke is my friend, and I had a drink with her last night. She was very open with me. I think you should go for it.
Go for it, bro.
Okay, we'll take 2 criticals, the other 4 have to go to Central. 2 MPAs en route, clear recess and 1 cubicle, please.
Good thing we got to these corridors.
It's been 24 hours, things are getting worse, not better. Stuff Callum, I'm putting Edie on bypass.
Whoa, that's way last resort.
I wouldn't do it if we didn't have to. We're already at double capacity, the corridors are full, there are no ward beds, it has to stop.
Well, why don't we call in more staff?
I've already tried that, everyone's either sick or working, so unless you can triple your throughput...
Hey, I'm going like the clappers.
Yeah, we all are, but it's not enough, which is why I'm closing the doors.
Boss won't like it.
Yeah, we can lump it.
You look terrible.
So I've been told 3 times now.
Well, maybe you should listen. You need to
Don't say I need to look after myself. My body is a temple to health food.
That doesn't mean you can't get the flu.
Thanks. It's not the flu. I've got a headache. I'm just tired, that's all.
Well, add that to being pregnant. It might be time to slow down. Hang on. Come and sit down. I've been working on a plan anyway to get you off the front line.
No way. I can't bail now. Eddie needs every pair of hands.
But if I put you in more of a training role, you'll be less exposed to infection.
Forget it. I'm a hopeless teacher.
You'd be doing me a huge favour. You're going to leave soon to maternity leave, and I'm going to be stuck with a whole bunch of inexperienced level 3s. If you started precepting Lorraine, then she might be able to have a
She's
crack
not
at
ready for it.
coordinating. With your help, she'd get there, please.
Sorry, it's not my bag.
You'd get the same amount of pay and you'd have a lot less time on your feet.
I'm tough. I can hack it.
But what about the baby? Pushing yourself this hard will take its toll.
We'll be fine, Maya. I know what I'm doing.
Okay, but if you change your mind...
You'll be the first to know.
You really do have every book.
As soon as you said your mother was Lacey Maxwell, I had to dash home and get them. Do you think she'll sign them for me?
Yeah, she'd love to.
You're so lucky to have such a talented mother.
I know, not everybody has their childhood immortalised.
You mean you're in some of the books?
All of them. But in a roundabout way. They're all loosely based on my life.
Oh. These are my favourite, the Tommy series. So are you Tommy?
I suppose I am. She wanted to write a book for every milestone that I reached.
Tommy don't cry.
My first day at school.
Tommy goes under.
My first swimming lesson. She wanted to be able to look back and remember, because childhood goes by so fast.
Tommy and the baby maker.
The birds and the bees. I asked my mother if she could make me a little baby sister to play with.
And this is what she told you?
Yeah, well, she didn't believe in baby talk. She called everything by its proper name.
Yeah, I remember being surprised at the level of detail in there, but then it was for older kids. You were only 6.
Not this again.
It's just that it's so young. I was 10, maybe 11 before my mother...
Okay, well, every parent makes a different choice.
I guess.
And my mother judged that I was ready for it. And I'm sure that she was right.
Please, help yourself.
Are these yours?
Well, they're obviously not standard issue.
I didn't realise I can put them back.
Don't be silly. I did exactly the same thing on my first day. The herbal tea wasn't exactly top shelf, but needs must. Carry on. Just ask next time.
Don't worry, there won't be a next time.
How goes the day? Revolting. Germ City.
Well, I don't know how you put up with it. It must be so stressful.
It doesn't affect me. Can't say the same for your sister. Tanya. If I didn't know any better, I'd say she had it in for me.
But you do know better. She is grumpy with everyone.
Because of a man. What makes her think he's worth it?
Well, he is. That's the trouble. The one she dumped, I mean, not the one who dumped her. Kip is such a honey.
Kip?
Yes, our Kip Denton. He asked her to marry him.
And she said no.
She couldn't see what a great catch he was until it was too late. Tragic.
You think he's a great catch?
Don't be put off by that scruffy skater boy thing. Kip is very well connected.
Really?
His father is one of the top plastic surgeons in the country, and his mother is a High Court judge.
He's a Christchurch Denton.
But he doesn't brag about it. It's all part of the charm.
Well.
Yes, if I wasn't engaged, I'd almost be tempted myself.
Tommy and the Night Nurse, I remember that. Libby used to be crazy about the Tommy books. May I?
Please.
Are they a gift for someone?
No, they're mine. I haven't looked at them for years.
Me neither. I remember thinking at the time that whoever Lacey Maxwell is, she knows kids inside out.
She's Gerald's mother.
No!
The Tommy books are all about him.
Oh my gosh! Wait till I tell Libby.
I don't think he wants everyone knowing.
Why? Well, he must be so proud. Little Gerald. The illustrations do have a look of him.
So you've read them all?
Every single one.
Even Tommy and the Baby Maker?
That did cause quite a lot of discussion.
It's very explicit.
Children need to know these things, and my girls were ready for it.
How old were they when you read it to them?
10. I don't know. It was a while ago now.
I've got a stack of her books in my locker. It's funny, I see things I didn't see when I was little.
Like?
Tommy feels kind of exposed, exploited. I feel sorry for him.
That's because you know he's Gerald, that's all.
You don't think there's an underlying darkness in them?
If I did, I wouldn't have bought them for my children, would I?
So this little guy's you?
Well, he's based on me, yeah.
You've certainly got your ears. You must have been a right little celebrity in the playground.
Well, no, it was embarrassing at times, like when that one was written.
Well, so it's a bit explicit, so what? Kids have got to learn. Besides, there's humour in it, I like that.
Yeah, but for most kids, learning about sex is a private experience. My mother put me out there for everybody to see.
Gerald, she didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable.
She did, though. Wouldn't you, in my shoes?
Well, they're not all about sex, though, are they? I mean, this one's not.
She wrote that one after I got bullied. Because of the Baby Maker, I escaped into this fantasy world. I liked it there.
Yeah, I can tell. Look at your little face, it's shining. How cool is that?
Me and Alonzo. I guess I did feel kind of special. You know, being able to see the memories as well as just recall them.
Well, you should. They're magic. You're one in a million, Gerald.
Dr. Mackay is on his way. I'd say take a seat, only I don't think there is one. But you're from the DHB. I shouldn't have to tell you what it's like at this time of the year.
Hector, sorry to keep you. Would you like to come up to my office?
Dr. Mackay, I've been asked to let you know that ED is on bypass.
Who authorised that?
Dr. Valentine.
Can you wait 1 minute? Just heard ED was on bypass. I'd say the call was justified, wouldn't you? I should have been consulted. Yesterday you said the flu crisis would pass in 24 hours. Wrong. It escalated. On top of that, we had a double MVA to deal with. Now, patient safety is my first priority. I'm not arguing the toss with you, Callum. And I would never compromise patient safety. Look around. We need more staff, more beds. And I'm the one who has to find the money. OK, fine. You go and play with your budget. I'm going to do some real work. As head of ED, you can always call in help from other departments. Justine's at home. She's available. OK, great. You know where the phone is. And I can think of at least 2 other surgeons. Now it'd be good if they say yes, there's still travel time, Callum. OK, I'll get Libby to make the calls, and in the meantime, you can have me. What? Still know how to roll up my sleeves. All you had to do was ask.
Did you know Yvonne's a fan of your mother's work?
Did you tell her who I...
She saw me reading the books. We both agree they're still the best ever.
Kieran was quite impressed. He said I was lucky.
You are. So is your mum still writing?
No, not much since the last Tommy book.
The series just stopped. Did something happen?
Did you read the last one?
About adolescence?
I hate that word. It's just the sound of it.
My parents gave me the book. I guess it's easier than saying those things out loud.
Big changes for Tommy. It just made me cringe, you know? Suddenly, Tommy couldn't trust his voice. His face erupted. He had all these strange feelings about girls, and hair was growing in all the wrong places.
It was a real comfort to me to know the guys went through that stuff too.
Yeah, but I was that guy.
Did you get teased?
I just started intermediate, and this guy told everybody that I was Tommy. I just felt like a freak, you know? And then I went ballistic at Mum, and...
Then she stopped writing.
I never yelled at her before, but I couldn't control myself.
It must have been awful for both of you.
I'd always been really proud of her books in a weird way, but that one was just too close.
You felt used?
I couldn't handle it.
You caught me. Taking a break from the snotty boards.
No, I won't tell. You have a big night at the ballet coming up. You need to pace yourself.
It's actually the last thing I feel like.
Well, then why go?
I've already said yes to Chris.
Well, isn't it a woman's prerogative to change her mind?
I wish I'd changed my mind about going to the wedding with you. It would have been fun.
Yeah, 4 days of culture and romance.
And a chance to get to know you better.
You know what? You look hot. Maybe you're coming down with the fever. Maybe it is best you stand tonight. You know, I'm more than happy to make a house call.
Hi, Kip. Yvonne said you were on a break. Shall we go out for lunch?
See you later.
No, Brooke, wait, don't. What about the house?
Well,
No, I'm not having lunch with you.
perhaps dinner then. I can book us a table.
Look, I'm busy, okay? Every night, all week.
Well, after what happened between us, I think I deserve a little of your time. So we can either make a date now, or I will go and wait tonight at your place. You can decide.
Good, you're back. I need you in recess. Recess. Patient presented with severe radiating chest pain.
Right. Kip. Oh! Up there for thinking. On to it now.
Craig, can I get some advice? Shoot. My patient recently started on an ACE inhibitor, but her potassium level has reached 6 millimoles. Now, there's no change to the ECG, so I withheld medication, but I need to get the potassium level down. Do you still use Resonium for that? Yeah, we do, but I'd refer your patient to cardiology at Central for telemetry monitoring. Because there could be cardiac arrhythmias. Exactly. Thanks for pitching in, by the way. Couldn't do it every day, I wouldn't have the stamina. Yeah, well, like they say, those that can do, those that can't shuffle paper.
Callum, there you are.
Oh, Hector, I am so sorry. We had a crisis and I had to step in.
Oh, don't worry. We can reschedule our meeting some other time.
No. Crisis is almost past. Look, why don't you go upstairs, get Libby to make you a coffee, and I'll be right there.
Talk about all things to all men.
Definition of a good CEO, isn't it? How can I run the place properly if I lose touch with the factory floor? I'll see you soon.
Craig.
Hector.
Who's he?
DHB.
No way, the first time Callum lends a hand.
And there's a VIP here to witness it. How very convenient.
I'm always upsetting you. I never mean to.
No, it's me. I'm not used to having someone in my life other than my mother who really cares about me. It's never happened before.
No one's loved you before like I do.
I really hope you meet my dad one day because I think you'd really like him.
I don't dislike your mum.
No, I know, but my dad's different. He's a microbiologist turned beekeeper, for starters.
Interesting combo. Why the career switch?
I think he found bio a bit too stressful. All those constantly monitored experiments, sometimes he wouldn't come home for days.
It must have been hard on you.
Yeah, I missed him. But like I said, when he was around, he always made time for me. He used to involve me in his experiments. That was pretty cool.
What did he get you to do?
Well, his main field was skin-borne bacteria. So he used to take swabs of my hands and then transfer all the bacteria onto these agar plates, and then we'd just sit together and watch the greeblies grow.
Off your own skin? Didn't that freak you out?
No, it made me aware that there is more going on in the body than the eye can see. Although, I suppose I was glad when he moved on to beekeeping, knowing that he wouldn't be around germs all the time and stuff. You're thinking he's done something wrong too, aren't you?
His work obviously made you anxious.
Not anxious, aware. There's a difference.
How old were you then?
About 6.
Same time as the Baby Maker came out. They gave you a lot to deal with at a really young age.
Well, they knew I was bright and they wanted me fully informed.
Yeah, but if your father's experiments made you aware of germs and now you've become germ-phobic...
I'm not germ-phobic, I just don't want them in my life.
Okay. And what has your mother made you aware of that you also now don't want in your life? Just a theory.
Well, it's stupid. And you don't know what you're talking about.
Same again, thanks, kids.
Yeah, sure.
Rough day? Oh, more ways than one.
Have you not seen Brooke at all?
Yep, we snatched 5 minutes in the staff room. She was very encouraging.
I told you, you two are perfect for each other.
Yeah, unfortunately we were interrupted before I got to ravish her on the sofa still. As always tomorrow.
Don't look now, but I'd say she's spoken for.
Yeah, Warner's a kendo. She needs a real man.
Here.
You two blind? We cut from the same cloth, even I can see that.
You reckon I'm wasting my time?
No, you have to fight for her.
What's it to you, anyway?
Well, Cooper said his heart broken. And I want to see him happy again, and Brooke is the woman to do it.
Well, then I must need glasses, because I'm seeing a completely different picture.
You listen to me. Brooke is my friend, and I know right now she's just being polite and sociable. But you are the man she really wants.
I don't know what the doctors and ED are on. They've revved up to light speed. Look how many they've put through this afternoon.
And still they come. Ugh. Everyone in mini laboratory teeming with microbes and all. Oh no.
Gerald, are you okay?
No, I don't think so.
Are you feeling dizzy? You're sick?
Oh no, but it's not the flu. It's an epiphany.
You forgot to wipe your hands?
Yeah, why should I? No one else does. Or well, not like me, not obsessively.
Oh, we all have our little ways.
Yeah, but not like me. I think I'm damaged.
I really wouldn't worry about it.
Okay, we're nearly through the backlog. Now all we have to do is keep up. Cases prioritised. Top ones first. And your time starts now.
Please tell me this shift is nearly over.
Yes, it is, and after-match drinks are on me. For those who work the whole shift, not just the glory-seeking drop-ins.
Don't knock it. I just sorted your staffing problem.
I'll give it a rest. Justine and her mates were useful. You were barely here for an hour. My team's been sweating it out for nearly 8 now.
I'm not talking about my hands-on work. I'm talking about Hector.
Oh, I'm sure he was wildly impressed with you.
No. I kept him waiting deliberately. I knew when he'd come to find me, he'd see our staffing problems firsthand. And what do you know? He has fast-tracked the contingency budget to hire more bureau nurses and open the rooms upstairs. They're all yours.
That's great. Better late than never.
Craig, these things take time. You got what you wanted, but I needed to see it was the right thing first. Fair enough?
Yeah, thanks.
Maybe next time you'll trust me instead of fighting me at every turn.
Don't push your luck.
Hey, Craig, I don't feel so...
Alice? Alice, can you hear me?
If you have been affected by any of the issues raised in today's episode of Shortland Street, see RTE Airtel page 707.